Hey everyone, Lord Daimyo here, and this is my review for the new Shonen Jump manga series, Candy Flurry, Chapter 1. YouTube algorithm shows that only 0% of you are subscribed to my videos, so if you enjoy my videos, you know what to do. Change that number from 0 to 100. So the premise of this new manga series is there was a candy that was released in Japan that was called Toy Candy, and it had some weird effect. So when someone ate a candy, they could just summon that certain candy out of thin air. And I guess it led to a lot of people becoming evil, and eventually one person who could summon lollipops completely destroyed Tokyo, and we see all the destruction with all the lollipops and everything. So then we get introduced to our protagonist, and her name is Tsumugi Minase, and she really likes candy. She gets attacked by a donut user, so a villain who I guess ate the toy donut candy and now can summon donuts. So he is like trapping people and holding people with donuts and using donuts as like wheels to roll around. It's pretty cool. But then we find out our protagonist, Tsumugi, she is a lollipop user, which then makes you think, oh, she destroyed Tokyo, huh? That's pretty crazy. But she uses her lollipops as like huge battle axes or huge weapons, and it's really cool looking. But then there's this guy that shows up. He's like a task force, like a sweets police, and they're called a Recetti. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Recette. Reset. I'm just going to say Reset. Anyways, this guy's name is Misaki Midori. And he's got like a big old fork that he uses to fight crime. But he stops this donut user and all his friends. And then Tsumugi's just sitting there. And he's like, hey, did you have anything to do with it? She's like, no, I was just a bystander, because she didn't want him to know that she, is a lollipop user, because I guess she's wanted for destroying Tokyo. So he's like, okay, yeah, sure, go home. But then he figures, this donut user got beat up pretty bad. That wasn't me. So Tsumugi is now at school, and a new student is Misagi. So this guy, I guess he's just undercover at the school, but he's not undercover at all. He's just asking her straight up, like, hey, are you a sweets user? And she's like, no, of course not. And then there's a little scene where a guy tries to, like another high school boy tries hitting on Tsumugi, and Misagi comes and helps, but he doesn't. He gets beat up. And then Tsumugi's tutoring him, and he's just a complete idiot. And they sort of build like a friendship. It's pretty cool. I really like it. And they're talking about, the sweets users and all this stuff. Well, it's after school. Tsumugi's walking home, and the donut user came back. Like, he broke out of jail, and he's a huge donut monster, and he's coming to attack Tsumugi to get revenge. Well, Misagi was following her, and he comes and he is trying to protect her. And so we get this really cool backstory where we find out that when Tokyo was being destroyed by a lollipop user, Tsumugi was there and she saw someone else. And apparently there can only be one sweet user. Like, there's supposed to just be one of each. So there's just one donut guy, just one lollipop girl. But it's setting up that lollipop's the only one that can have more than one, or there is more than one. Apparently this other lollipop user destroyed Tokyo, and while this other lollipop user is wanted, Tsumugi has to hide herself because there's another one, and apparently she's the only one that knows that there's a second one, and then that's the bad one, and she's not. She didn't destroy Tokyo. So Misagi's fighting this huge donut guy. Tsumugi has become friends with Misaki, and she runs up a building, jumps off of it. It's a really cool picture, and she summons a huge lollipop and does a huge double page spread where she's just breaking this lollipop, just busting this donut guy over the head. And she just acts all cool and stuff. He's like, "Why did you do it? I knew you were the lollipop user." And she's like, "I just wanted to show you that, when you eat a lollipop, you gotta break it in pieces so you can eat it better." And then it ends with him, with this huge fork weapon saying, "Hey, I gotta take you in. You're the lollipop user. You're wanted." And it ends right there. That's the end of chapter 1. So I really liked this. I know it's just the first chapter, and it's a new series, but it kind of had Devil Fruit vibes from One Piece, one user each, and it sort of had slice of life aspects to it. She was in school with him half the time, and they were building a friendship, which was really cool. But I really like Candy. I really like Dagashikashi, the series, and just Candy in general. So I really like this idea that all these people ate these candies that gave them powers to summon their own candies, and I'm hoping that Misagi comes to his senses and is like, "Oh, I believe you. You're not the lollipop user that destroyed Tokyo." And that the two of them sort of work together to find the bad lollipop user and to stop crime with other people. Like, my head just went insane thinking of all the different candy users we're going to see, like a mochi user, or, just any candy you could think of. Just gum, oh man, that'd be horrible. Or chocolate, or anything, like peppermint, it'd be so cool. I can't wait to see all these other ones. I really liked the character of Tsumugi. She was just like an attractive high school girl who liked candy, and Misagi was really funny because he was supposed to be like a detective and spying on her and stuff and trying to get intel, but he's just straight up asking her, "Hey, are you the sweet user? Hey, I don't understand this math problem." Like, he's really dumb, and it's really funny. So I really liked the it's sort of a juxtaposition between the two. It sort of at first was giving me Death Note vibes with the cat and mouse game between Light and L, but then it quickly went away because Misagi's just too dumb. So it's really fun. I really like their relationship as a duo. I hope they stay like that, and I hope this series gets better and goes in a great direction. But that was my review and my first initial thoughts on the new Shonen Jump manga series, Candy Flurry. And let me know what you think. Did you read it? Did you like it? I've been hearing mixed stuff. A lot of people saying they did or they don't like it. But let me know in those comments below. And thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day.